A man who spent most of his life in the U.S. died this week after he was deported to Iraq in June. Jimmy al-Dawood's family believes he died because he couldn't obtain insulin to treat his diabetes. They say he was living on the streets of Baghdad. Al-Dawood was deported to Iraq as part of the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. But here's the thing, he had never been to Iraq. He wasn't even born there. Reports say he was an Iraqi national who was born in Greece, but he'd spent the vast majority of his life in the United States living in Detroit. I want to show you this video now of Jimmy al-Dawood apparently speaking before his death from Baghdad.
They wouldn't let me call my family, nothing. They just said, you're going to Iraq, and your best bet is to cooperate with us. That way we're not going to chain you up or we'll put you on our commercial flight. I begged them, I said, please, I've never seen that country, I've never been there. However, they forced me, I'm here now, and I don't understand the language, anything. I've been sleeping in the street, I'm diabetic, I take insulin shots, I've been throwing up.
Well, we're not sure when that video was filmed. It was shared on Facebook by Jimmy's immigration attorney, Edward Bajoka, and he joins me now from Detroit. So when did you get the confirmation that Jimmy al-Dawood had passed away?
That was on Tuesday, 2 days ago.
How was he deported? What exactly happened to him that led to him being sent back to Iraq, a country he'd never been to?
So Mr. al-Dawood, as you stated, was not born in Iraq. He was born in Greece. Greece, unlike the United States, does not confer birthright citizenship on individuals who are born there. So he retained the citizenship of his father, who was an Iraqi refugee. He later arrived with his family as a refugee in the United States and lived here his entire life. He had a couple of criminal convictions that led to him being placed into removal proceedings. His criminal history includes a home invasion for having broken into his neighbor's house and stolen some tools out of his neighbor's garage, and disorderly conduct and possession of marijuana, things that I would consider relatively minor. Jimmy was a paranoid schizophrenic. He was bipolar. He suffered from severe anxiety and severe depression, and I believe that his criminal history was all related to his mental health. The two oftentimes, unfortunately, go hand in hand.
And that's why he ended up on a deportation list, right? Because Iraq started readmitting deportees a few years ago as part of a deal with the Trump administration, so they wouldn't be on the list of countries banned from entering the United States. And as a result, because he had a criminal record, he was put on that list and then arrested and ultimately deported. That's what happened to him?
That's absolutely correct. And he was actually held from June 2017 until December 2018. He was released, and only about 5 months after that, 6 months after that, was he picked up again by ICE and physically and forcefully and against his will deported to a country that he had never been.